Hey, everyone.
Hey.
I'm here with Missy Jen. We're going to do a little bit of a hangout tonight. Generally, it's not my cup of tea to go on and really waste YouTube bytes and data and space to address things on the bottom of YouTube because I'm one that generally, hey, Jack, I'm one
Hi,
that
Jack.
generally lets things, nice to see you, Jack Sparrow Brook, and Diane, I'm generally one that lets things roll off my back and go with the flow. But this week gave me a unique opportunity. Really, Jen is kind of a bystander to see what kind of really, what would you say, the bad brew of people that some of the people on YouTube, and it was like a pot that just boiled over. And although I wasn't really involved per se in a lot of the dramatics that happened, boy, they took every opportunity to swirl, to swirl Rosie in your pot in the pot. Good to see you. Glad you could. Tomatoes all watered and everything's all
Got
good.
everything done, and
I mean, when you sit there and
happy
you
to be
hear
here.
people default to name calling and calling Missy Jen a wheelchair cyclops and things like that, you get a real insight into the lack of character that these people have, and they wonder why they never get anywhere in life. You know, why they never advance, why they eat themselves into comas, why they're taking so many antipsychotic drugs and so hopped up on antidepressants, and life is so bad and I have so many aches and pains and woe is me. And I sit next to somebody that every day struggles with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. And until you came to the Rancho and you've been on YouTube 10 years, people never even knew that you had any type of disability
Right,
whatsoever, which I think was pretty amazing. Anna, you'll hear what the reason was that
right.
Missy Jen flagged Mallory, and I know you said some very hateful things about Missy Jen being retarded and things like that. And that's really bad, bad, bad. Pull. I'm gonna UFO. You can clean up the side chat for me. Let me remove this. Block this goof. We've got a lot of trolls and people in here and stuff like that. If they can ban on the other side, we can ban too. But this was a situation where, Jen, I wasn't even involved until a couple of like the
Correct.
next day on anything about a ban and a lot of things like that. But boy, you sure see the results and things like that, and people they're just dying to elevate themselves to the epicenter of what they see all the drama and things are about on YouTube. Well, Jack, you're going to hear about it in a minute. We'll let Missy Jen tell it. But it started with Jen, and then as most things happen on YouTube, you couldn't wait to gravitate over to me and swirl
Right,
Rosie into the mix. And it's been kind of distressing to you to see that. You didn't
right.
expect that. You didn't expect that to happen, but it shows the underlying degree of what would you say, sickness and mental health issues that underlie a
Mhm.
lot of. So Jen, I'll let you tell the story. You back up. I mean, you
Well,
told me.
we'll go back in time first, and we can go back months back in time, and we've had issues about people taking our content and reposting our content and whatnot. And we had a lot of issues with that.
We even did a video about it in
We
December.
then,
Yeah.
right, we decided to make a video in December and even uh, talked about that and felt with that video that if anybody wants to use our video to ask us for permission, that would be the right thing to do. Then we wouldn't have a problem with that. So we've been still, meanwhile,
I mean, it's something
struggling
you complain about every week. I mean, I'll
every
come on and
week.
say,
I
"Well, I
spend a
found
lot
another
of
channel
time,
and
right?
uploaded." And this shows you when somebody's pretty and likable and things. Not that I'm not ever claiming. I'm not one to ever toot my horn. I like to just have fun and goof around on YouTube. But, you know, speaking for Missy Jen, she's never done anything to strike out or lash out to anybody in the community. But I see how you feel when you see other people with just ridiculous names with 15, 20 of our videos, 15 or 20 of your videos up there. And you get frustrated with that. And I tell you, it's kind of a losing battle. And you're like, well.
They change the name, they cut it, they trim it, they clip it, modify it, but it is our material. And anyway, so we've been struggling with that, and it's been an ongoing battle for months now. And so what has happened now is a few days ago, I got up one morning and I saw a uploader here on YouTube that uploaded a video, and that included clips of me, Elvis, and Rosie, the three of us.
That was all that was in the video.
The three of us in that clip, and it was called Bottom of YouTube the Musical. It was just the three of us. Now
no, this was there were two different videos. There was the Bottom of YouTube, and then there was the Bottom of YouTube
there
musical.
Were two videos.
Now there was some
uploaded.
subterfuge done by the uploader to quickly remove video number 2 to add to the shell game confusion.
Right.
Because this person, they thinks of themselves as very clever, but they're not. Okay.
Right.
I mean, there's not anything clever. It can be insulting. It's easy to be insulting. It's hard to be clever. But the first video, I'm sitting eating breakfast, and Jen says, "Oh Jesus, can you believe it? There's a video, the bottom of YouTube, and it only has 3 people in it."
Right.
And I've never been in a bottom of YouTube video before. I've never done anything to this person to warrant this being, hey, unencumbered.
Hi, Ewan.
It was the parody that I don't even want to say their name. This dresser in Florida put together. I don't know, trans gal in Florida put together. You know, which I commented on. For me, it's like another day in paradise. Okay, I'm on the bottom of YouTube. I don't get bent out of shape. But for Missy Jen to see that this video is exclusive on 3 people, just 3, me, Jen, and Elvis, no wonder she took umbrage to that. Now, why would she feel like she has to be compelled to write and say, hey, take this down, or this is offensive? Because it's like puppet, you know, this person was so happy to have a puppet by puppet guy that they took his material, and then he must have contacted, and immediately that video came down. You got to have sense enough to not take other people's material, and when you put the context in, like you did with Missy Jen, of the bottom of YouTube, oh yeah, now you did that on purpose. You did that for a distinct purpose. Right. For me and Elvis and all of you, a lot of other people on there, that the so-called elites on there, you know, you're bottom of YouTube too. We all kind of are. But Missy Jen's never been a party to the nonsense that goes on here. She comes on and does the weekly hangout and all of that kind of stuff, and doesn't do any trolling, doesn't have any other accounts set up. So it's just absolutely ridiculous to see this lake shadow. They'll never change the nature of what they do. They try so hard to, and there's one down in Florida, we'll call him Bluto now, that's so bound and determined to rewrite actual history about the past. And I'm just going to tell you guys this: whenever Bluto makes an assertion that I've made videos disparaging him in the past, all you have to do is go to my channel. I've only deleted 3 of my almost 8,000, 9,000 videos. Only 3, and one of them was about Nomadic Fanatic and e-begging. The other one was about Jimmy Rants, and the third one was a hangout that somebody asked me to take down. Otherwise, every video I ever did from Amanda May, and let's help Amanda May make a better life, and the hangouts I did for Warren, and the hangouts for Wayne, they're all up there. This is the beauty of history, is that you can't rewrite it. It's there for the seeing. So when people say this person did that to me and this person did this to me, it's a bald-faced lie because it's up there. I was nothing but nice to that other person, and they've just done nothing but a trail of just woe and tears of life, and channels being opened and channels closed. And Jen and I were invited by Nicole to start a channel. Jen and Rose, what was it called? What was it? Translight vlogs or something like that. And you know, who gets left holding the bag after the day before Shay bails out, and then Nicole had issues come up. That's fine. But I'm just saying, maturity and keeping your head high are things that are kind of hallmarks of what we do. So yeah, you were livid that morning when you woke up and saw that video.
Right.
And of course I go in and comment, and yeah, I need boots too, and blah, blah, blah. Because I'm, you get pissed at me because I'm,
Well, I did read between the lines on that video.
Yeah, it's like, why would you ever think to include Missy Jen in that? And then, in another chat tonight, then all of a sudden you see the spewing and the hatred and the ugliness come out of these people simply because they got a strike, because they used material that wasn't theirs. I mean, this person consistently took my hangouts in the past and parsed them down. I'm an easygoing person. I don't mind, but other people do mind about it. So Anna says, why didn't you talk to Mallory instead of the flag? I guess a better question Anna would ask, why did Mallory do a video that just singled out us three? I think that's a much better starting point for that. We enjoyed the bottom of YouTube musical. That was fine, but the better question is, why would you have done that video? What was your intent? To put Missy Jen in a negative light? That's the only thing I can think of. And that was confirmed tonight when you went and called her a wheelchair cyclops and the other things.
Right.
Your true colors came out tonight for everybody to see on there. You know what? But we're going to take the high road here tonight. And I'll tell you, Missy Jen, it was confirmed that you did the right thing to do that, because, you have a right to stand up for yourself, and you have a right to protect your material. So then it's like we're supposed to engage in this daily battle of, we go to a winery yesterday, and you'll see a video, but, we have a little bit of fun last night about our time at the winery, and then all of a sudden it's construed as, it's all about us, it's all about us, and gee, that was so underhanded and stuff. Well, the underhanded thing was putting somebody in a video like that to begin with, and today sort of bore out the true underlying feelings that this person had. This is probably the most beautiful trans woman that you're ever going to see in our community, period. And I don't care how much makeup you gob on down in Florida and how you do your eyeliner from the side out in the right way you do things. I am no beauty queen, and I never claim to be. I have fun. But like Missy Jen, we don't troll people. We don't set up accounts to make people feel miserable. We try to go into a chat tonight and open a dialogue, but of course that was
in 10 years I've not once had a troll account, and
yeah, it's not your nature to troll. It's not, what do I care? If I have something to say, these people will tell you, oh, Rosie, you have so big an ego. You'll just come out and say it under your own stuff. Why do I need a troll account, right? Well, the reality is that we're both pretty nice people, and we've treated people properly. And for the guy in Florida to say, oh, you've mistreated people in the past. I have more friends now and have met more people in real life than anybody else I can think of on YouTube. And if that's a tribute to somebody that's a bad person, somebody that helped somebody trying to do the right thing. So Jack says, why is that person in Florida so angry? Because they got a flag dropped on them. That's why. you know, because they took material to make a disparaging video of Jen, and they reap the consequences. If you want to use somebody's material, be gracious enough to ask for it, okay? If it's somebody that's going to be new to the fold, like Missy Jen, have the courtesy to ask. Thank you, Charlie. So that's the realities of that. So, you know, we wanted a chance to address that because there's really no free speech. Hey, Lance, yeah, there's a lot of good friends we have in Florida, but you know, when the reply to the strike came, as you knew it would, all glossed up, and there's this thumbnail that says "bitch on wheels," and what does it have?
Wheelchair symbols. And last night in a side chat there was even a threat made about throwing a rock under the wheelchair if I was seen by that particular person, which I consider a threat. Then I gotta say my intuition was right about that person. That person is vicious and possibly even violent.
Yeah, and it's hurtful to see people that we've been friends with and stuff. The few that, you know, most people, there's all troll accounts. It's overrun with clones and stuff. So don't be deceived. This is why somebody wrote me today, ha, 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 look at all your thumbs down and stuff. Look, Rosie O'Kelly's a little more thick-skinned, and you think that, you know, that you don't think people on this channel know what they get when they tune in every day. It's absolutely ridiculous that people would swallow that swill about that. So, yeah, I think when Jen saw that clip, that thumbnail about that, and you know, she could have, you know, the person could have asked Missy Jen in Messenger, said, could you please remove the strike? But it was a good idea to, for her at the time to do that video to stir the pot some more, even though that this person drew first blood with the video. So, yeah, nice people get treated. It's absolutely, I think it is. You know, we've tried to be helpful to people. There, you'll never find a video on my channel of almost 8,000 videos where I've ever bashed or taken anybody to task, except Jimmy Rants, and I took that video down. It's not my nature to do that. So when other people tell you this person did this or their videos would do that, you know, you want to talk about ugly history. I keep it all locked in here because I'm not the kind of person to come out and just impugn somebody's character and just spit BS about people without really thinking how's this going to affect the person and all that. This is why people like they may sometimes come and go, like Nicole, but over the long run, people know a quality person when they see it. Not somebody that backstabs people, not somebody that dishes dirt on people, not somebody that does hateful video or goes into hangouts and tries to say hateful things. I mean, it's kind of sad if your life is reduced to that's all you have all day is a computer and a chair and you know, your soda pop next to you, and all you can do is just sit there and spew out, hey, well, we're not doing that. So we're getting on the road. We're pulling away from all of this nonsense down here because it's ridiculous. It's a community that you know, these people aren't even smart enough to know that they're being trolled by trolls, and it's just like they keep the game going. What's in the community for these people? Just nothing but fun at your expense down there, and the game continues. And you know, you see Bluto break down and babble one night, you know, I'm going to close my, you know, I'm closing down, you know, guys don't love me anymore. I mean, get the clue, you know, get the clue. And that's the that was the deal. Yeah, thank you, Linda. It's good to see you too. So that's the reality about things, and it's all out there, despite what people say. I'm not one. Somebody can say, oh, the channel was terminated so many times. You know what? I've never had a channel terminated on YouTube that did not come back. And you know what happens when your hangout when your channel comes back? All of your videos come back too. Nothing is removed, so the whole body of things is there. I want to address another thing too. People claim that oh, Rosie flagged this person, and Bluto eating a banana down in Florida. I mean, this is the same crazy stuff that Bluto did with hot dogs and dipping hot dogs into a belly button with ketchup and that kind of crazy stuff. I mean, it's like, you know, this person thinks they can do no wrong. I say up the meds, you know, up the meds, and reduce the, you know, think about your life and getting your life on track, and don't be so concerned, you know, about other people's lives. But I want to say this: if you get flagged for a copyright, like Missy Jen flagged the person in Florida, your name does go up.
Right.
Right. So Missy Jen did that. She knew her name was used. Not
I knew
hiding.
that.
But when you flagged for community guideline violations, you have no idea who flagged you. So all the speculation that this person did this person did that. When Bluto was mouthing the banana, we were out at not even around. We were away. So it's just crazy. So. Yeah, so any comments that you have are fine. So as far as the thumbs up and thumbs down, I don't, you know, I don't give
that doesn't mean
right,
anything.
it doesn't
That's
mean
all
anything. The
just
people that know me, but I'm not one that,
games.
like the other person that had to rush and take down their thumbs up and thumbs down, and you know, because the comments were running so much against them and the voting.
Delete the negative comments.
Yeah, so it all stays up and it's all real. So. No, UFO, it's like that's the deal of it. So it's like people that know are on your channel, and the assumption is when people come to your channel that they enjoy your content and they're predisposed to either watch it without doing anything or give you a thumbs up. They're not there to consistently thumbs down videos, or they wouldn't subscribe you. It's oxymoronic. It's like one reason Facebook did away with the thumbs down, because there wasn't any point to it. So yep. So if anybody else has any comment, that's the deal. I don't like to see my partner you know, belittled about being in a wheelchair and being called a one-eyed cyclops when you can look half as good as she does. And with what she fights on a daily basis, then you'll have something to crow about. So, all right. So if there's anything you want to say, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee.
Well, I just want to thank everybody that is supporting us and understanding what is going on, and it was just time to come out here and be a little bit serious and put out the fact, the reason why I did what I did, because I did read between the lines, and as today has proven, I have gotten the real idea of what this person is all about in regards to me and the message that video apparently was supposed to convey. So, and if it would have been different if that person would have asked beforehand about, can I use the material? So with that, I would like to just close that topic. If anybody has any questions.
All right.
Let's see, so.
Oh, I know that, Anna. There's Rosie O'Kelly clones. There's Desert Wander. There's all these clones out there. Hi, Diesel. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, well, Anna, Missy Jen's mad that that person put a video up with her at the bottom of YouTube. So, hey, Maxine, how are you? So I think it's you have to look at the first cause, as they said. What was that movie, First Blood, right? Who drew First Blood? So
right, who drew
you don't
First Blood?
You don't put an isolated video up with 3 people, bottom of YouTube. It just it's crazy. Hey, Anna, I know I know they do. So it's kind of crazy out there. Yeah, we have MB and Kipper, so we're going to continue. We're focusing much more on doing videos and pulling away from. Nice to see you too, Diesel, and pulling away from all the shenanigans stuff. I love my friends on there that have supported me and have been with me for years and have known exactly what Jen and I are about. And
Right.
despite what you'll ever say about the people, we're not going to allow revisionist history to rewrite our history on YouTube, because we've been nothing but supportive and kind to our friends, lent money to people, never got repaid a dime, never complained about that, just sucked it up. You know, it's part of life.
Yeah.
Have reached out when people were threatening suicide, and have done other things in times of need, and tried until we beat our heads against the wall for some people, and we still failed. So, you know, it's a question of trying your best. I'm honest, it's always nice to hear the rest of the story. Life goes on, you'll be fine. Yeah, we're going to be fine. I mean, Missy Jen's been kicking around for 10 years. I've been kicking around for almost 5 years. But it's funny, people, you know, people fixate on how many views do you have and how many subscribers do you have. They look at a current video that you're doing every day and they say it's got 200 or 300 views, and they compare themselves to that. But what they don't see is all the construction videos and all the baking videos and all the travel videos, the metal detecting, the gun videos, the restaurant reviews. Do you know how many people write us in a day to thank us for the reviews that we did to come up to wine country locally and stuff? There's at least, you know, there's anywhere from 7, depending on the flow, there's anywhere from 7 to 10,000 views per day on the channel. That's more than, you know, that person in Florida, twice as much as they have in their lifetime of thing. But it's not something that we come out and make a big deal about and on a daily basis, but other people do. Yeah, that's right, Deez. There's always somebody trying to trash the popular. So the reality is, probably by fall, it'll be 10 million views. And once we hit the road, we're going to have fun. And who really cares? The people that enjoy being alone. We're not going to sit there counting our views and how many comments did we get. It's like over the witch's cauldron. You know, it's ridiculous. So. Yeah, well, Rob, they're not going to heat up anymore. This is our one and only say. It's not our nature to do things like this. Why copyright? I think because about a minute and a half of Missy Jen's video, Anna was used in a way that she didn't like. So I guess the question is, ask first and don't always grab stuff. Okay, we're not entitled here. I've never ever done anything of just would think of grabbing somebody's video
Rosie
without
even
asking,
take anything,
you know,
mine,
without even
material.
asking. So because you like to do stuff the right way. So yeah, but Annie, you need to know the whole well-rounded story, the dominated mental health issues that go on, the history. You're known by your history. And one thing that Jen and I have, you'll hear people come on MX's and Tribes chat and some of the other chats, and they'll say, gee, Rosie and Jen are like the only stability. You know, thank God at least there's somebody to give, you know, and I'm not perfect, you know, and I do crazy fun stuff, but they're the ones that are stable. They're not taking down their channels. They're not on antipsychotics. They're not losing their mind and fighting with trolls. We get it. We understand what it's about. So to us, we think that we're much, you know, a much better symbol of the realities of what it's like to live a day-to-day basis of being transgendered than all the nonsense. Anna, you have to be clear.
Which video? There were two.
Yeah, because there were 2 videos. Okay, the first video was just called Bottom of YouTube, and if you thought that was in good taste because it was Jen, Elvis, and myself, then you're mistaken. At least from Missy Jen's point of view, she didn't say that at all. That's right, Unencumbered. You are who you are at your core, and you never change your basic nature. So it's at the point where, you know, Rosie's behind every bush and Rosie's in every chat and this and And the other, and a lot of times we howl. I mean, we just.
Let me just put a little twist in here. If that person puts another person into that video that they hate with a passion and mixes me into that mix, what does that tell you?
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
What's the psychology behind that?
Let that person explain that, because the reality of that person's black heart certainly came out today. So I'm glad that Missy Jen. At first, I wondered, you know, she didn't come over and talk to me about it. She's very much her own. She's very much her own person here. You can believe that. She makes her own decisions. She doesn't come over to talk to me, talk to me about it. But I did say, you know who it's going to come down hard on, and it's been.
Well, and I just want to say, don't put it out on Rosie. Rosie had nothing to do with that.
I have broad shoulders, as they'll tell you.
I am my own person. I have watched the video in the morning, and I have made the decision that that video, the first video that was posted, was a bad taste, because I was thrown in with a person and Rosie, the three of us in that video, when this person, the creator, hates the guts of that person, that third person. What does that tell you?
And also the Bluto down in Florida claiming that, you know, I still have contact with people like Amanda May, and they still it's all such a bunch of BS. Elvis is a good friend of mine. We have very tiny contact. Usually when something's broken down on the RV and electrical system, then I get the call.
And last night and today, I have received the evidence. I received threats, and I have been called names, all different names in the book, real ugly names, which have confirmed that my decision was proper.
Yeah, so they've got, well, I'm just saying, Anna, you're wrong about the friendship that Elvis and I have. I've so far pulled away from people like that, and have just been doing my own thing with Jen and focusing on things that hey, Martha, focusing on things like videography and
hi, Martha.
Not doing things, ridiculous stuff on YouTube. Yeah, and I took a lot of stuff about that. So Diesel says, as long as I've known and talked to Rosie and Jenny, have been understanding individuals who will help in our community, unlike some I knew who spend all their time tearing apart. That's right.
Right.
You know, if I just had a house and I'm blowing through a fortune, living and just eating myself into a coma, and this is where I feel so Jen and I feel so sorry for the partner of this person. Our hearts ache for this person and the life that they had, the instability, and the beautiful life that they had in Connecticut, and now to see what it's reduced to and stuff. It's heartbreaking to us, but what are you going to do about it? But you know, the bottom line is, Ricky, we love you, you know, and that's never going to change. And I purposely avoided that person like the plague for 7 months, but I did want to at least come in on your birthday and wish you a happy birthday, and I'm glad that I did. I'm very, very glad that I did that. But well, you deserve so much better. And you know, that you have this place, and all you can think about is just hanging out online and just stirring the pot of hate and stuff. It's unbelievable. But that just shows what a small, narrow little life that you have, and it's one reason you don't have any friends, you know. And even friends locally, you get pissy with them and stuff, and it figures, hey Drew, nice to see you, because you don't have an ability to get along with people, because you don't recognize when people are decent. You only recognize when you believe that you're slighted. So that's a terrible thing. Well, Diesel said jealousy and lunacy can be mistaken as the same thing sometimes. Well, it's all a disaster. You know, you can see disasters unfolding, and just people with no rhyme and reason in their life, with too much time on their hands and nothing to do, nothing to show for it. I mean, you come on YouTube, it's a video sharing site. It's a visual medium platform. I can say Martha and Diesel do videos about gold hunting and stuff. There's something to be gained there. And not everybody has to do a video, but God, leave something behind of some little bit of accomplishment in life. You know, do you want to really be that empty that your life comes down to hangouts where you disparage people and just pull people apart? I mean, your live's that empty that you can't wait to get home and just fire that up morning, noon, and night? I guess so. I'd be out there planning, tearing stuff off of walls and gutting the place regardless of who's working. But, you know, it wouldn't be as fun as wasting time on YouTube. All right, so we're going to go about 15 more minutes, and I want to thank you all for being here tonight. We really thought that you deserved to hear both sides of the story, and that's the reality of things. And as far as things in the past, you need only put certain keywords into the video search box. If you want to see what Rosie ever said about this person, all you have to do is just type their name into the search box on the video. All the way back to 2013, stuff will come out, and you'll see the whole litany of stuff. So it's like sorry, there's nowhere to hide. That's the reality of stuff. So one thing I determined on YouTube, I was never going to take down videos. Although I ended up taking down 3, and I was never going to just willy-nilly close channels, delete hangouts, because you're too ashamed to see what people would see of the nonsense that went on. I'm never ashamed of the hangouts that are on this channel, and that's the reality of it. So, but I am ashamed tonight that I wasted time discussing and addressing these people. But I wanted you guys to know on YouTube, your thumbs up are always appreciated. It's not the most important thing to me in life, because I know you're out there. You watch the videos and you enjoy them, and I really do appreciate, as does Jen, every single day. It's the most beautiful gal in not the bottom of YouTube, but a couple levels up on the Lido deck there.
On YouTube, just YouTube, because I always tell Rosie, 10 years ago, I joined YouTube, and just YouTube, the box of YouTube. And that's the playing field I always wanted to be on, nowhere else but YouTube.
Yep. So there it is. We've enjoyed every day of our time, and we're going to continue to. We're not ever going to address this again. I know that, Maxine. That's why we appreciate you, because you can see through all the. You haven't been around as long as we have, but Lord knows you've been a great addition to the YouTube community with your positivism and your fun. You're exactly what YouTube is about: pursuing your passion, enjoying that, and sharing that with people. And I've never heard you say a disparaging word about anyone. So you can be proud of that, and never let that go, because that's like a token of gold in this community, where loyalties shift. And you know, what's really a shame is that you never see the people that you really helped in life in physically tangible ways. They don't ever come in and take the time to to really speak up for your character, because they're too worried that they may not get a welcome in another chat. So to my way of thinking, character trumps all, and that is the bottom line, and that's going to continue. So we're going to go about 12 more minutes here. Hi, John. So I am going to, this is one, I think I pretty much I think I'll probably let this stay up for a day or two, so people can glean the full substance of it and make up their own minds about things. So It's been a good chance for us, Jen, because one thing we're happy about is to be on YouTube and have a good time. Yeah, right, Mama Camus, and it's okay to make fun of right Missy Jen in a wheelchair and call her wheelchair right. So.
Call me a cyclops in a wheelchair, right, Mama Camus? You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, if that was that person in Florida, Martha, I would really examine my conscience and see what my motivations are for being on YouTube, because I don't think this site is as you perceive it, and as you know, you're going to be miserable on here. It's not going to be a cakewalk. You think a lot of people are your friends, but it's very temporal. It's very the sand shift, and the real people that understand what good people are, they're there forever, and that's why the numbers grow. And neither Jen and I have never felt compelled to buy a subscriber, because over the course of 5 years, they slowly come and they stay and they enjoy themselves. Hey, Blinky.
Hi, Blinky.
So that's it. So if anybody has anything else, nice to see you, Blinky. But you know, I just feel like normally it's not something I address. But hey, Teddy, could she have contacted? Should she have not made the video about Jen first? Bam, putting her on the bottom of YouTube. Bam. How about that? Think about the original cause, Teddy, before you get on your high horse there. What the intent of is a video with three people, two who probably deserve to be on the bottom of YouTube, me and Elvis, and drawing someone in is totally unrelated.
Well, anyways, things have been said now. It's out there.
Hey, Jinx, how you doing? I'm not sure what that means. You cashed her outside. Is what
Hi,
happened.
Jinx.
Hey, Alan, nice to see you. Thank
Hi,
you.
Alan.
It's so nice to see a nice turnout tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only bitching tonight. That's it. So it's good. I wanted Missy Jen to get her rightful platform.
Right.
I always think the real
bitching,
irony, I wasn't even involved in it, but it was just, couldn't wait to spin it in. It wasn't a funny video, Chatty. It was meant to be hurtful to Jen to include that in. 3 people? No way. For me, it was fine. I left a comment. I enjoy, you know, the goofing around and the laughing, and God knows I never get butt hurt and have to go run off and close down the channel, and I'm going to go off of YouTube now, and I'm not coming back ever again, and I'm going to cry like a baby, you know. Yeah, me too, Blinky. That's why Jen and I have really distanced, and we'll be doing more so. Yeah. Well, you'll hear about it, Jinx. People will fill you in on the chats and stuff. So.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, I liked it just fine, Teddy, but I'm not Jen. It was Jen's reaction, not mine. Teddy said, "See, you liked it, damn." Yeah, I enjoy it. You know, it's no skin off me, but I knew that it wouldn't be long till I got swirled into the mix. Hey, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
There's someone else who was appalled by once Vicky got the flavor of what was going on. She came around quick to the whole situation. Thank you, Debbie. Very sweet of you. Yeah, right, Teddy. Everybody said it's funny. Yeah, sure. Not everybody. She didn't think it was funny. So whether you like it or not, ask permission to use something. I don't think that's the yeah, that's not the real Corey. It's another clone Corey. So, thank you, Maxine. You're very sweet.
Love you too, Vicky.
Right, yeah, Vicky, love you too. So, yeah, sometimes Anna, you know, people that sit on the bench, you know,
Oh, thank you so much,
that's
Maxine.
fine.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's your opinion, Teddy, and I'm not her, so you can address that to her in a hangout if you want, or message back and forth about that. But she laid out her rationale, which is sufficient to me. And now, having seen the blowback from that, I would say she was totally correct in her initial impression of what the video was all about. So I applaud Jen for standing up and doing that. That's great. That's awesome. Brains and beauty and honor all in one package. Huh? You're smiling there. So, yeah, that's right, Vicky. They think they can cross any boundaries, but what they don't realize is it just lowers their standing that much more in life amongst decent people, not amongst people that they believe are their friends and things, because the thumbs up and thumbs down show that. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and end this now. I want to thank you all for being along and hearing us. It's not something you'll hear from us really rarely, but sometimes we feel compelled when other people feel like that they can do that. Well, that's just the way that you know, it's not going to fly. So yeah, there's the fake Boris account. I'll tell you, the troll accounts are fast and furious tonight. So yeah.
That's
I'll tell you the truth. I know Boris. I don't think he would waste his time to come into to this chat. So yeah, she's a fighter, and I'm proud of her. So that's right. She is definitely a fighter. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the hangout. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for your support and your friendship. You all are amazing. And hugs, love, and kisses to y'all.
Yeah, well, Teddy said you have 35 thumbs down. It's 2-1. Who cares, Teddy? You know, we all know what it is. So.
You have
all
no
right.
teeth in your mouth. What happened?
Thank you, Vicky. All right. Y'all take care. Thank you very much.
Have a good night, Jinxie, and Vicky, and Diesel,
Bye.
and everybody else. Mwah.